Zola angwela o veteronugu, ako itabua. Ako do talitain na barongo na Bula FM, nambando na seri.
Bula, ang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti nambando na seri.
Ni Bula binaka, nandraking ko sa Bula FM nga. Nakasi.
Nalango sa mundo active ng Bula FM nambando na seri nusuri.
Ni Bula binaka, nalango Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barongo na Bula FM, nambando.
Bula FM, nambando na seri.
In the news tonight, Speaker refers PM and Tikonduandua to Privileges Committee. Over 2,500 dengue fever cases recorded, and new e-passports to be available soon.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Speaker of Parliament Ratuepeli Nailatikau has referred Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama and Opposition MP Pio Tikonduandua to the Privileges Committee. Ratuepeli informed Parliament this morning that having considered all relevant materials, he has decided, under Standing Order 134 subsection 2A, there has been a breach of privilege by Bainimarama and Tikonduandua on 9th August 2019. Edwin Nund has more.
The matter relates to an alleged personal attack by Tikonduandua against the Prime Minister and an alleged altercation between Bainimarama and Tikonduandua. Ratuepeli informed the House that the Prime Minister visited his chambers on the day of the alleged altercation and apologized, while also offering to apologize to Tikonduandua in the presence of the Speaker.
The Parliament is an independent arm of the state and is fully entitled to take such measures it deems fit to maintain its integrity and decorum, and to take action for breach of privilege or contempt of Parliament. The Fijian Constitution and the standing orders of Parliament are very clear in that the control and administration of the parliamentary precinct is vested in the Speaker.
It's despicable.
Tikonduandua on 9th August launched a scathing attack on Bainimarama, saying the PM should not be talking on violence against women and should be the last person talking about violence against women in this House, and should also know what is happening in his own house. Ratuepeli on the same day received correspondence from National Federation Party leader Professor Biman Prasad seeking security footage access with an intention to bring the matter to the Privileges Committee. The Speaker also informed the House that there will be no debate on these matters until the Privileges Committee comes back with its report on Thursday morning.
Time will be allocated on Thursday, 5th September 2019, for Parliament to consider the report and the recommendations of the Privileges Committee and to pass such resolutions as Parliament deems just and appropriate in the circumstances.
Parliamentary debate this week will be adjourned at 12:30 p.m. every day to allow the committee to meet.
Given the need to expedite this privileges matter and allow the Privileges Committee to sit and deliberate and have its report ready to be tabled on Thursday morning, Parliament will need to expedite its proceedings in the next few days.
The Privileges Committee comprises of Deputy Speaker of Parliament Veena Bhatnagar as chair, while government representatives are Attorney General Ayaz Sayed Kayum, Defence Minister Inia Seruiratu, and Assistant Minister for Employment Alvik Maharaj. Opposition MPs in the committee are Leader of Opposition Sitiveni Rambuka and Sodelpa member Lithiengio Nimbaravi. Edwin Nund, FBC News.
The decision by the Speaker of Parliament Ratuepeli Nailatikau to let the Privileges Committee decide on the PM and Pio Tikonduandua case has been welcomed by the SODELPA opposition members. FBC News caught up with some SODELPA MPs and they have said the Speaker's decision is a fair one. Ali Kimbia with the story.
Coming out of Parliament earlier today, SODELPA MPs are happy with the Speaker's decision.
We must now respect it, and any comments or any points that wish to be raised now must be raised within the Privileges Committee. That protects the integrity of the whole thing.
With a lot being said and speculation about the issue, Opposition Whip Linda Tambuya says that justice must prevail.
Well, it's always our hope that justice prevails and that, if found on the evidence, one way or the other, that the Privileges Committee will come back with a decision that's just and fair.
The Privileges Committee will table the outcome of their deliberations in Parliament on Thursday. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
More than 2,500 cases of dengue fever have been recorded so far this year, with one death. Health Minister Dr. Ifireme Wanganambete says dengue is a worrying disease, as it not only poses a threat to Fijians, it also poses a threat to the tourism sector. Kelly Vadala reports.
Half of the world's population is now at risk from dengue.
The Health Minister today revealed in Parliament that more than 100 countries have had a dengue epidemic.
One of the largest was in 1998-1999, where we had 13,000 Fijians and we lost about 13 people. The other big epidemic was 2012, 2013, and 2014, 2015, where we've had 16 deaths. Last year, we had 2 deaths from dengue.
Opposition leader Sitiveni Rambuka questioned the minister if Fiji's dengue fever situation is a cause for concern.
Is dengue bad enough to attract WHO attention so that it puts out those travel advisories, and we include injections, or we take tablet?
We don't have a tablet such as like in malaria, and in Fiji setting is not as bad as what we're experiencing all around the world.
The minister says they have certain mechanisms in place to help fight dengue. These include the Fight the Bite campaign and the release of Wolbachia mosquitoes. Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne tropical disease caused by the dengue virus. Symptoms begin 3 to 14 days after infection. The symptoms include a fever, headache, muscle and joint pain with vomiting and skin rash in some severe cases. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Fiji's new electronic passports will arrive in the country this Wednesday. The e-passport system from suppliers Malbao arrived in Nadi last Friday. The vice president of the Germany-based company is also in the country with his technical team to assist with the setting up and use of the new e-passport system. Lena Rees reports.
Fijians will soon be able to obtain the new e-passports, which has added security features that will protect against forgery and identity theft.
Yesterday it arrived in Suva. Our system and experts are already here on site, and our target is to bring the new electronic passport for rollout till latest end of the week.
Permanent Secretary of the Office of the Prime Minister Yogesh Karan says the testing of the new system is nearing completion.
As per the international protocols, the passport don't get freighted together with the equipment. So there's 2 freights that we had. One we have already received it, another one is going to be received Wednesday morning.
The Immigration Department has around 9,000 pending applications for new passports. Lena Rees, FBC News.
There is a huge gap between Fiji and other Pacific Island countries when compared to Australia and its friends' approach to phase out fossil fuel and coal. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama highlighted this while providing an update on the outcome of the 50th Pacific Islands Forum Leaders meeting that was held last month. Bainimarama stressed he did not want to say anything more until he met with his Australian counterpart, Scott Morrison.
Some strong things have been said that were highlighted, but I don't want to say anything more before I have an opportunity to sit down face to face with Prime Minister Morrison when I visit Canberra at the end of next week. It will be my first official visit to Australia, and I want it to take place in an atmosphere of friendly engagement.
The Prime Minister also highlighted whatever differences Fiji and Australia have on climate change, it will not damage their friendship. Up ahead, special administrator teams to hold more consultations, and trade unionist pleads not guilty to charges. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Australia-based Aspen Medical Pty Limited will take over the operations of the Lautoka and Ba hospitals by the first half of next year. Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum confirmed this in Parliament, saying the two hospitals will also undergo name changes. Apenisa Wangai Randovo reports.
The partnership, which was supposed to come to fruition this year, is currently under the observation period as the government is looking at the requisite arrangements.
They've already started their own procurement system in respect of call for tenders for the purchase of necessary medical equipment and supplies. And again, Mr. Speaker, sir, the hospital has put in place the new enterprise resource planning system that will allow for the streamlining of the process information across both hospitals.
A new assets register has also been developed at both hospitals to ensure everything is accounted for, especially when Aspen takes over the management.
There has not been an asset register done for quite some time for the hospital, which will of course give us a good understanding of the staff levels, the equipment, the supplies, and any additional expert staff that will be required in respect of expediting the commissioning of the two hospitals. Just by way of interest, Mr. Speaker, so only recently, in the big cleanup, literally, of Lautoka Hospital, they removed 22 truckloads of written off equipment, other furniture, etc., that has been cluttering the corridors.
Under the new partnership, the Lautoka Hospital will be known as the Lautoka International Hospital, managed by Aspen, while the Mba Hospital will be rebranded as the Mba Regional Hospital. Apenisa Wangardovu, FBC News.
More consultations will now be held with ratepayers and residents in all municipalities. Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar made the comments while responding to questions in Parliament this morning. Chosaina Nunga with the details.
The newly appointed special administrator teams will meet with ratepayers on a regular basis.
So my question is, what is the level of consultations made with the ratepayers and the residents?
So there will be consultation with the ratepayers. We want the team of administrators to address concerns raised by the ratepayers. So this process will be ongoing.
The minister says all grievances raised by ratepayers will be addressed by the municipal councils and will only be referred to the ministry when necessary.
And as it is, from the operational point of view, any complaints that come to the municipal councils, it's addressed by the CEO and his or her team. And sometimes even complaints come to the local government ministry as well.
There will also be demarcation of duties among managerial positions in local municipalities to boost decision-making process.
Hence, the functions of the mayor, which have been traditionally to chair meetings and carry out civic duties, will now be carried out by the chairperson from the team of special administrators.
Kumar says Fiji is evolving through globalization and the appointed special administrators are tasked to proactively promote opportunities for investment, business and tourism in collaboration with relevant authorities. Chosaina Nunga, FBC News.
National Workers Union General Secretary Felix Anthony has pleaded not guilty to one count of committing a malicious act. The charge relates to alleged false statements made by Anthony on April 26th to a Fiji Times reporter. The statement in question related to the expiry of employment contracts of the Water Authority of Fiji workers, which the Director of Public Prosecutions alleges tended to create or foster public anxiety. It is alleged Anthony knowingly spread false news by way of his comments to the Times. Under the Public Order Act, if convicted, Anthony is liable for a fine not exceeding $5,000 or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 3 years or both. The matter has been adjourned to the 30th of this month for pre-trial conference. Former Fiji Sevens player Aminoni Nasilasila, facing a rape charge, will stand trial in 2 weeks. Nasilasila appeared before the Suva High Court this morning. The trial will commence at the Lautoka High Court on September 16th. The 26-year-old is alleged to have raped a 24-year-old woman in Olosara, Singatoka last December. The matter has been adjourned to the 6th of September for a pre-trial conference. And it's business time now with Kelly.
Coming up, Bradbank faces stiff competition. And villagers get access to clean water. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulalo Bagh. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता। गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business, the competition between financial institutions has been quite tough for Bred Bank since it opened 6 years ago. The bank's chief executive in Fiji says despite this challenge, they continue to thrive. Sanyani Boiler reports.
Gila says they have reached 5.65% of market share.
We are profitable. We have tripled our results last year, so we are really on a good track. And of course, our aim is to grow again. At least the first step is 10% of market share.
The Bred Bank Fiji currently has over 40,000 active accounts and have managed to provide employment for more Fijians.
It's only the first step. We are very happy that a lot of Fijian people are confident with Bred Bank.
Bred Bank Group of Companies Chief Executive Oliver Klein, who is currently in the country, says they will further develop their 6 local branches.
First, to make them all good, the best we can, but at the same time we'll open some other branches and we have some ideas.
The Bred Bank also provides financial services to other Pacific Island countries, including New Caledonia, Vanuatu and the Solomons. Sanyani Boiler, FBC News.
Businesses not being able to obtain bank loans were brought to the attention of the Minister for Economy, Aya Said Qayyum, in Parliament today. Following a brief by the Attorney General on the recent upgrade of Fiji's credit ratings from B+ to BB- by Standard & Poor's Global Ratings, Sudelpa MP Vilaminga Avoka asked why companies in Fiji are having problems in borrowing money. Said Qayyum in response said liquidity is currently around $6 million and there should not be any problem accessing loans.
Loan applications depends on individual companies, cash flow, balance sheet, etc. And the banks assess that on the individual basis. But also, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have seen the interest rates now stabilized and normalized. We had a very high rate of interest rates being paid on term deposits, and therefore, obviously, it have a spiraling effect on the interest rates for loans. However, we've seen it stabilize.
Gary from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the stock market.
Thank you. Let's review the trading on the South Pacific Stock Exchange last week. Overall, 9 listed stocks were traded in 46 transactions. More than 78,000 shares were traded with over $150,000 in consideration. Share price changes were as follows. Amalgamated Telecom Holdings shares increased by 9 cents to close at $3.30. Paradise Beverage Fiji Limited shares showed an upward movement of 1 cent and ended the week at $14.06. Port Denarau Marina Limited shares recorded a further growth of 9 cents to conclude at $1.54. RB Patel Group Limited shares rose by 2 cents and ended the week at $8.07, while Vision Investment Limited shares increased by 1 cent to end the week at $4.54. Consequent to the various share price changes, the overall market capitalization rose by 1.17% and concluded the week at $3.76 billion. And that's a wrap from our local stock market. Vinaka.
Thanks, Gary. Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. Once again, the foreign exchange markets were mixed as the back and forth between the U.S. and China bar trade continues. The Fiji dollar showed a solid rise against the Chinese yuan and pretty much held steady against the U.S. greenback today. It also rose against the New Zealand dollar but slipped very slightly against the Aussie buck. Our dollar fell against the PNG kina and the Japanese yen but showed a gain against the euro. Onto the commodities market. Oil prices were down over $1 and just under $55 per barrel. Gold was up slightly at $1,525 per ounce, and silver closed up at $18.33 per ounce. In In growing Fiji, the people of Nguisui Savau village in Itasiri now have access to clean water. This after the government commissioned the $170,000 rural water scheme project in their community. Infrastructure Minister Chone Usamate says this investment will benefit many as they will be more productive. The Water Authority is responsible for helping achieve the vision of giving every household access to clean water. Currently, 78% of the population has access to safe, clean water.
Since the inception of the rainy water harvesting scheme, the Water Authority of Fiji has distributed a total of 11,450 water tanks across the country to help people better collect and utilize rainwater.
That's it from Business Tonight. Sports is up next with Jamie.
Thanks, Kelly, and good evening in Sports Tonight. Flying Fijians receive state's blessing. And now for football, aim for more after confirming promotion. This and more coming up.
Natango merea, maramani waya manatuya sawa. Aweti kitu tunde nandi ya undo marata kana baronga na Radio Fiji One.
Yawa asna vatili, yawa maga Monica. Tondo baronga vale bunar doma ibiti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa ngarse, ngor kraki. Do televe ono baronga na Radio Fiji One, na doma ibiti.
Bang natango tsani bukia, ngoni na mosi. Ando talita kana baronga na Radio Fiji One, na doma ibiti su.
Radio Fiji One, na doma.
The Fiji Airways Flying Fijians presented their itatau to President Major General retired Chiochi Konrote today. But as preparations for the Rugby World Cup nears completion, there's still no confirmation on which prop will be dropped from the squad before they head to Japan. Save Wanga reports.
These players were today reminded of the importance of their mission in Japan by the President.
Here I'd like to remind you to remain focused and committed about the mission, listen attentively to your coaches, players and team, and look after one another. Be good ambassadors, on and off the field, and always display good sportsmanship, whether we win or we accept defeat graciously.
President Konrote reminded the players that every Fijian across the globe will watch them with high hopes as they will raise the Fijian flag in their support.
And therefore, judging from your recent performance, I have every confidence, and the nation as well, that you will undoubtedly perform equally well again. So as you present your tradition in the town prepared upon our shores, be rest assured that it's using our prayers and support and good wishes of the nation go with you.
Flying Fijians lock forward David Adavumbati says Tonga gave them a physical battle as expected during the Pacifica Challenge.
As you see on the weekend, our forwards, especially the Mole, something we worked on. I think we expected it on the weekend, but I think to apply it on the field, we didn't really execute that. So that's one thing Wallabies will be looking at. So I think come the game day, I think the boys will be well prepared for that.
The final 31-member side will be named before the side leaves for Japan on Friday. They will begin their Rugby World Cup campaign against Australia on the 21st of this month. Save Wanga, FBC Sports.
Well, it was always the aim of the Flying Fijians to ruffle some feathers in Japan later this month and upset the top order once again. World Rugby CEO Brett Gosper has also said Fiji will be one of the teams capable of disappointing some of the big boys at this year's World Cup. The Flying Fijians will regroup tomorrow following its final World Cup warm-up match against Tonga over the weekend. Coach John McKee was happy with the overall performance, but says there are some areas that needs to be improved prior to the World Cup. Felipe Nakaso has more.
Flying Fijians coach John McKee says work remains before the World Cup kicks off in 3 weeks.
Oh, look, there was some indiscipline around the. There was a bit of a fracas there, which we've really got to avoid those situations in Rugby World Cup. We've got to have 15 players on the park at all times.
The coaching staff is also impressed with certain areas.
As we expected, I was very pleased with our defensive effort. We didn't give them much opportunity at all and worked very hard in defence. We took some good opportunities with the ball and scored some nice tries. We've also got a few things to work on out of the game as well.
McKee is also happy that the team is injury-free leading up to the Rugby World Cup.
We'll just give the boys a day's rest and I'll come back in on Tuesday afternoon. But this week, we'll work on some specific aspects of our game, but also on our fitness. We just got to keep 3 weeks to go now. We've got to do our final chance this week and next week to get some top-ups in our fitness as well. So specific areas of the game and improving our fitness.
Fiji take on Australia in their first pool match of the 2019 Rugby World Cup on the 21st of this month in Japan. Host Japan play Russia on the 20th in the opening match. Philip Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Ireland got a much-needed win 3 weeks out from the Rugby World Cup. In fact, the 22-17 victory over Wales has elevated them to number 2 in the world in rugby's hotly debated world rankings. The result also knocks Wales down from the top spot and puts the All Blacks back to number 1 without even playing. Following a 22-all draw against Brisbane City in its Australian NRC opener, Fiji Airways Ndrua coach Senirusi Serubakula says he's pleased with the team's performance. The Navo football team has earned its way back into the Premier Division competition with an unbeaten run in the Senior Division playoffs. Navo defeated Savu Savu 3-1 on Saturday, then accounted for Nriketi by the same goal margin on Sunday. Vice President John Wise says the success of the team has been a collaborative effort.
Every player deserves the credit, irrespective of where they've come and whatnot. But every player, officials, fans, I want to thank everyone that has been behind this team and trusted this team. And we're just grateful. I'm just lost of words. But yes, I'm very thankful. We knew that this team would do it.
Fiji started its OFC Under-19 Women's Championship campaign with a 3-1 win over the Solomon Islands on Saturday. Its next match will be against the host Cook Islands tomorrow, which they expect to be a lot tougher. However, coach Sunil Kumar is confident he has enough experience in his squad to get the job done.
We gathered the team about a few weeks back because of their school commitment, and some players were in the senior team. But the players have gelled in quite well. The combination is started to come in.
Fiji faces the Cook Islands tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Rarotonga. In tonight's play of the day, a length of the field try by the Raiders against the Cronulla Sharks in their round 24 NRL clash on yesterday. That's it from sports and new media. After the break, we take a look at what's it like using Huawei's first 5G phone. There's some more coming up.
रहता है, हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है, बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोज सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोमगो लेबू लटोका, रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
In new media tonight, what's it like using Huawei's first 5G phone? The new Huawei Mate 20X 5G has a huge 7.2-inch screen, which is perfect for watching movies and gaming. And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's a wonderful new week and we're in a new month. Wow, time is surely flying away. Well, just like the new week, our weather was new too. The sun was out and about with slow winds. Now let's quickly hop on to the west. Evergreen with sunshine, no sign of rain, the night will be cool. Eastwards from Baghabarasuva, sunny as well, little humid but all dry. And up north, Savu Savu, Lambasa, Tavyuni and Rochima all had good spells of sunshine. At sea, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots with moderate seas. For the tides, low tide will be at 8:59 p.m. with high tide at 3:11. Sunrise will be at 6:12. For tomorrow, I'm afraid there is rain drifting towards us, so ensure to step out with your umbrellas. Tomorrow's temps, the western side will be warm with low 30s. And looking further on to Wednesday, showers again, so keep safe and stay warm. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji on Pulse tonight, we asked, what do you think of the Flying Fijians' discipline in the match against Tonga over the weekend?
Yeah, I thought they were well disciplined and they played well.
They need to improve on their discipline before the World Cup.
I think they need to improve their discipline for the World Cup.
Yeah, their discipline is okay, but they need to maintain that for the next game.
They played a good game and I wish them luck in the Rugby World Cup.
The discipline is okay, but they need to improve in the Rugby World Cup.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, an adorable moment, a family of elephants tried to wake up one of the herd after he spent the night sleeping on a road. Recapping the main stories for tonight, Speaker refers PM and Tikuntuantua to Privileges Committee. Over 2,500 dengue fever cases recorded and new e-passports to be available soon. For these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question segment last week we had asked, is Fiji progressing towards achieving gender equality? 64% said yes. This week we're asking, should more severe jail terms be implemented for domestic violence? Visit our FBC website to answer. Our shot of the day, time is the most valuable thing that a man can spend. Sent in by Shiv Maharaj. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, via Twitter page at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
We love Today FM. Today FM rocks. Bulaminaka, I'm Linda Form. I studied Suba. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Asnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Makereta from Nandi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nandi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.